Hi everybody, Dick Coughlin here. It's been a bit quiet the last month or so around here. There's a reason for that. I needed if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I've not exactly had the best year. No need to go into details. If you don't know, just picture the worst series of events that can happen, and whatever it is, I'll fucking accept it. However, one thing I've been doing is I've been trying to get myself a bit more focused on and getting some actual content out for you. However, there are problems that come with that, and one of the reasons I need to be a bit more sort of proactive, and I've sort of been trying to work on more stuff, is because basically my Patreon, which is the main source of income that my main source of income that I have is getting too low. And so I've been working on on various bits and pieces in order to try and boost that up, to try and incentivize people to go over and do it. Now, if you go over to my Patreon now, I've revamped it a bit. I've got loads of new tiers on there that I've got loads of new perks if you sign up. Primarily, starting from $10 upwards, if you go from one of the tiers from $10 upwards, you have an option of picking a certain number of portraits that I will do for you, and then I will send to you. You can go and check them out below. There's also and there's also things like Skype's called a Discord chat server and stuff like that. But there's also the other thing I'm going to be doing is from now on, if you want to get the full podcast episodes, which I'm going to be doing, which I do, you're going to have to be on Patreon. Anything, and that's going to be from $5 upwards. Is going to be so people. I'll upload maybe a clip or two on here, but if you want the full podcast, the full episodes, you're going to have to be on Patreon. And also, I've started work on doing. I had this idea for recording something that people who are fans of mine would be interested in, of doing and people have always asked me about writing, if I'm ever writing a book, and I'm not going to write a book, but I did have this idea of doing a serialized audio book, which is the tentative title 12 Years a Dick, which is basically going to be about, it's going to be like a full warts and all, nothing held back, sort of story about my sort of like time on YouTube, which will be nearly 12 years. But you can, again, that's only available on Patreon. I know there's lots of, and I know that I've had issues. Now I know I've had issues, and you're probably sick of hearing it. And believe me, I'm sick of fucking, I don't like talking about it. But I've really sort of like been getting myself a bit more focused. I'm trying to get the focus of the content channel. The channel, those of you who are familiar with my videos I did called What a Cunt You Are, I'm sort of going down that road with those sorts of videos. We're doing stuff that's a little bit more, with a little bit, that's got to get a little bit more focus, and it's going to be along that lines, but but not entirely. But I'll still do other types of video. But I need to keep my trouble has been not having ideas. I've not been bereft of ideas. It's just keeping my attention focused long enough to get something done. So that's where I'm going to be going with the main channel. I'll still do the live streams and all that. But if you want to get like the podcasts, you want to get the audiobook, or you want to get some, so you want me to do some portraits for you, some pictures, you want to get on the, Skype calls, Discord server, then sign up to my Patreon now. And it's especially attentive now because today I got banned from PayPal. I have no idea why. Don't ask, but I wasn't hacked. It wasn't spam. It's trust me, it's just not. But just if you support me on Patreon, that will hopefully, the more people who support me on that, the less I need, the less of a need I have for PayPal anyway. So please do that, and and then there'll be content coming up whenever. But other than that, thank you very much. I appreciate all the support I get from you guys. I get more than I'm, someone who has as small an audience as me probably shouldn't be able to get away with being able to do this for a little, but I have been able to. You've been there for me for the last nearly getting on 3 years, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But If you go support me on Patreon now, just like I said, $5 upwards, you'll get all the most of the bonus content. Other than that, thanks a lot. See you later.